Good morning, everybody. I just want to say thank you so much for your support yesterday. I'm not going to go too much into that. As you can see, I'm just doing audio at the moment because, to be honest with you, I don't really want to show my stupid face. I think at the moment I'm able to talk more freely and more from the heart without having a kind of visual representation of myself, if that makes sense. Some of you, if I don't know, you might be wondering why I've changed my name to Lightfoot. This refers to, I suppose, a little bit like the kind of Native American viewpoint, and a little bit the kind of Buddhist viewpoint of walking gently upon the ground, being light of foot, and I've changed my picture to a picture of a raven. That's just because I love ravens. They're awesome. I think they're like my favourite animal. Bird, I don't know. And also, my mum used to always say of me that I walk so lightly that my feet don't barely touch the ground. That's what she always used to say of me. But yeah, that's that bit out of the way. And anyway, yeah, another thing is because I really feel like I need to get back to kind of nature, and I've been thinking a lot about it. I suppose it's because it's all that stuff to do with climate change, pollution, etc., etc. And I do worry about this planet. I do worry about it. I've been thinking a lot that I want to plant like some little kind of wild flower gardens, etc., to attract the bees and butterflies, and put some of those little bee houses, the little wooden bee houses with the little sort of circular recesses in for them to go into. But yes, but that's the funny thing, isn't it, with all of us, that we share that same common thing, that we do still respect, or we're trying to respect, like this earth and all that's on it, but at the same time we do have that growing sense, all of us, that it's just a simulation anyway, and everything around us is kind of not real anyway, and it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's what do they call that? Oh, when you've got two opposing thoughts at the same time in your head, something cognitive dissonance or something. It's a little bit like that, and I think I always sort of straddle that kind of line between this all being real and it all being just, like I said, a simulation that we live in that's been created by something else. And I remembered earlier something from when I was at school, and I think I was about 14 at the time, and I remember I really was into the concept of aliens and all of that, partly because certain things had happened to me that sort of drew me towards that sort of way of thinking, and appreciating the idea of aliens and abduction, etc., etc. I was always otherworldly anyway. I've always been sort of otherworldly in lots of aspects, and it kind of, as well, at the time, I didn't like school. I did not like this world at all. I hated it. This world to me was just horrible. It was horrible. Didn't like it. The world to me felt cruel and harsh, and I wanted to escape to something else, really. And this thing I'm going to say sums it up still to this day. Kind of my philosophy and the way my mind works. Well, anyway, as I said, I was always into like these thoughts of aliens, and I was kind of into this idea and this concept that one day our like alien I don't know, protectors or whatever they were going to come back one day and like save us all and take me back home. And don't get me wrong, I knew this was a sort of out there and strange thing to think, but one day I can't remember what particular sort of class or lesson it was, and we were talking about so funny, and we were talking about mental health, and I think it was particularly in teenagers, and we had this kind of pamphlet or something, and I looked at it, and the first thing I was confronted with was this illustration it's of this sort of teenage boy, and he was sat at his school desk. And I shit you not, right? There was this sort of thought bubble, sort of thought cloud thing. And in it said, I don't have to do my homework or schoolwork because the aliens are going to come and take me home. And I looked at this and I was like, uh-oh. Is that where I'm heading? Sort of mental ill health. And it did sort of make me sort of chuckle inside at the time, but also worry about my mental state, as you can imagine, because it was so close to sort of my mindset at that time. And I think moving forward to like present day and like now, I think of this occasionally from time to time. And as I said, I sort of remembered it like earlier today, and I think that's pretty much what sums me up, this kind of sense of I feel I do have a moral duty here, and you know, to try to sort of help with what's going on, you know, this crisis, as they're saying it is. But then at the same time, with that thought in my head that it could all possibly just be bullshit and a controlling sort of tactic from our handlers or whatever they are, from the ones who are ultimately in control of our destinies and our futures, or who believe that they are. And is it just another link on the chain to keep us from expanding, you know, into something that's far bigger? And anyway, comment what you think. I'd love to hear what you think, and I hope I've made you think. And have a good day, and sincerely and from the bottom of my heart, I love you. I love all of you, and just thank you so much. Thank you.